Dr. Vince, how can we maintain our brain volume?
Once again, to understand mental capacity, one has to understand the fact that memory is actually stored in the dendrites. Taking a look at this slide, you can see the major source of memory capacity is found in the dendrite bulbs that can be increased in size and in number. And it's very much like taking an old plant, watering it, giving it good fertilizer, and actually increasing the arborization or the root system. Once again, brain size and brain capacity can be maintained despite the fact that there is a normal deterioration or dying off of cells. You can maintain those connections. People often ask me, or I'm often told, well, I do Sudoku. I do crossword puzzles all the time. I don't need to do any other mental exercises. That is not true at all. If you take a look at this side, you will see that the cognitive functions are called EMAIL. It stands for executive functioning, memory, A for attention and concentration, I for intelligence, and L for language. Each one of these resides in a different part of the brain. On the other side are the emotions of the brain, and I call this the HE test. H stands for hearing, E for eyesight, T for taste, E for emotion, S for smell, and T for touch. Now, I tell everyone that it is very important to use those senses and also those parts of cognition that you usually do not use. So often people will tell me that, well, I'm an accountant. I'm crunching numbers all day. I'm using the brain all the time. I don't need to do neurobics. Well, that is false. We've done what we call functional MRI scan experiments. Functional MRI scans tell us if new pathways are actually being produced. It indicates where energy is being expended. And we find in one experiment that despite people crunching numbers, their brain hardly lit at all. And the reason for it is that those connections for doing accounting were well formed and were strong. However, if we told the accountant to rearrange how they did it, and in fact, if they were using their right hand to type in numbers, to use the left hand, we found out an entire opposite side of the brain lit up. So for instance, when you're typing with your right hand, it's your left side of the brain that is being stimulated. If you have to do the same type of typing with the left hand, it is your right side of the brain that has to light up. If it is not used to being used, this is a way you build up new connections.